Respect cycling is also big. Okay, we're here live with round 1, 2017 International Oceania Championships. We have Zoe and Desu on stream. Finals here, first game.
Yeah, so Zoe's team, very similar to Shoma Hanami's team with Tapu Koko, Magnezone, Tapu Lele, Gyarados, Garchomp and Drifblim. Just the same as Shoma's, but with Tapu Koko over the Pheromosa slot.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And from Desu's side we have the Gigalith, Porygon 2, Tapu Koko, Arcanine and Gyarados.
And Kartana missing in the last slot.
Yeah, a few team cheat issues. Leader that to be being banned from the rest of the tournament, so...
yeah, two finalists without any...
yeah, so, you know, definitely
months.
shows that, you know, you can do it with 5 out of 6.
Yeah, managed to not stop Carson last round though, so...
That's right.
Anything can happen.
That's right, we'll see how they choose to play it out here. Yeah, from Zoe, judging by how she played the top 4 with Ben, I think she's probably going to be looking to lead, you know, something the same, you know.
I think Magnezone and Drifblim is like a really good lead. It was
Yeah,
great in the last round, so...
Here, you know, hometown. Definitely good to get a win on the home soil here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see how this plays out here from both sides. Okay, yeah, so we see the Magnezone Lele from Zoe's side of the field.
Yeah, interesting adjustment to this matchup.
Yeah, we see the Tapu Coconut coming out on Jess's side. Very standard lead. We've seen that, you know, a lot throughout the past 3 days here, the Arcanine Coco, so see how they play it out here.
Absolutely. I think this is alright from Zoe because she will reset the terrain on the Tapu Lele, but it is the bulky spec set, so it'll be interesting to know if it can live a double target and get off like a nice spec psychic into something.
Yeah, that's right here.
Though we have seen Desu often in battles just go for the straight Volt Switch turn 1 and just make sure he can adjust his position and have the terrain in the back for later.
Yeah, Desu, definitely been there. Knowing the past 3 days, yeah, keeping that maintaining that electric terrain up.
Yeah. Keeping
Coco in, you know, applying as much offensive pressure as he can, so we'll see if he does the same here. So.
Yeah, obviously Arcanine is threatening the Magnezone as well with a fire type move like Flare Blitz, but Bulldoze as well is on it because it is the Assault Vest.
Bulldoze is also worth mentioning here, you know, going to be able to drop the speed stats of both of these Pokemon should he choose to make it maybe a potential Volt Switch into Gyarados. So.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they approach this. The double Intimidate from Desu's side is less effective in this matchup, obviously, because things like the Drifblim, the Lele, the Magnezone, all special attackers. So
yeah, that's right.
It's hard for him to keep the same control he had over other games. He does bring in Gigalith.
So see the Arcanine switch out here.
Yeah, so this must be a reaction to like a prediction on the Magnezone slot because Gigalith doesn't threaten Magnezone at all here.
Okay, so we see Zoe's Magnezone protect here. This is going to take the potential Volt Switch.
Yeah.
Volt Switch probably should go into Lele here.
Yeah, good from Desu. As we said, it's sort of expected, and he knows that he can get the Volt Switch off because it is a choice spec set.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he's just, he may have switched in something on the Arcanine slot that's like less effective against the Magnezone, but because he does have the Volt Switch, he can bring an Arcanine.
Okay, so Arcanine comes in here, probably going to eat up this side with the Assault Vest if it does target down that slot.
Yeah, we'll have to see which slot she did choose to target here.
Okay, it's going to go into the Gigalith, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a nice adjustment because the Arcanine's really important to preserve here, so she has a way to deal with the Magnezone.
Yeah.
And Zoe's yet to have any form of speed control, which was so important in her top 4 matchup against a similar team, so...
Yeah, that's correct, yeah, very well played by Desu there, you know, identifying that she probably will be trying to target down that Arcanine since it is the biggest threat to her Magnezone, which, you know, with that Arcanine on the field, not much else can hit it for very effective damage.
Yeah, and it's a decent play from Desu just to sort of rearrange, because in the lead matchup, he didn't have a great position, because the Magnezone is so threatening, and you don't just want to leave Arcanine open to take so much damage.
Yeah, especially turn 1, game 1.
Yeah, you never know what Magnezone's going to do. Protect, as it obviously does, just sort of seals that off.
Yeah, very safe play by Zoe here, not going to take any risks, doesn't want to, you know, get that Magnezone taking too much damage.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will see this turn. We've shown Joey has a preference for getting rid of the Arcanine, like she wants damage on it as soon as possible, so we'll see how she approaches that. Yeah.
Okay, see the Tapu Koko switching here, potentially lining herself up for a Gigavolt Havoc into one of the 2 Monty in the electric terrain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely going to fire some huge damage here.
Yeah, we've seen that do tremendous damage over the course of the day. And Tapu Koko coming in from Desu's side as well.
Yeah, Desu's, you know, keeping the momentum, shuffling the water out. See the wild charge into the Koko, you know, maybe reading into that Drifblim switch in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, well to it's going to take something down under here, man. Oh, Jesus. There's going to be some huge damage. It's like,
yeah, the crowd going wild. We've really seen how much damage this does do. So.
Yeah, in electric terrain.
Yeah, off a base 130 special attack, I
think it's going to pick up a KO regardless of what it targets down.
Yeah.
Even this Assault Vest Arcanine. Oh, it's getting to the Arcanine. Let's see if it'll drop it here. Oh, it's is huge. That's definitely information. Like both players, gaining so much information from that turn.
Yeah, absolutely. But with the sandstorm up, Arcanon's really not in a good position. It can't
Hangs on 1 HP.
Yeah, even hanging on there just to protect the Magnezone.
That's right. It's going to stall it out. She can't really be switching out the Arcanon here. It's going to take some chip damage from either one of these two mons. Tapu Koko definitely threatens to go here.
If Desu does find a way to switch out this Arcanine and bring it in at a time where it's less threatened, that'd be really impressive. But I don't think he can pressure the other mons next to the Magnezone enough to make that realistic.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely, well played there by Zoe.
So something like a Dazzling Gleam here just sort of seals up the Arcanine and lets Magnezone run free over this team.
Definitely. Even switching into Gigalith has been chipped by that Psychic, so the more damage that it takes, the less it
Yeah, absolutely.
likes to. We could see a potential Dazzling Gleam proc that barrier, however, it does switch in here. So
yeah, that's
interesting to see what happens.
Magnezone does come out here. I think this is smart.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure you're not taking any damage. And overriding terrain is good because at this point you don't need the electric terrain for Koko to deal damage.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Zoe goes for a Volt Switch here, trying to get that Lele in if she can. Oh, we see Zimu coming out here.
Did you see the twinkle
tackle? Yeah, should pick up the curve here on Zoe's Tapu Koko if she's targeting it down.
A potential speed tie winners here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, but it's not a huge deal because it does give her that potential free switch. With with the sandstorm damage, is going to get rid of that.
Also from the United States, and I hear a little bit of you guys know each other.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the fact that Psychic Terrain is up is pretty good here as well because if Driftlim is like in the
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Comes in, gets that Psychic seed already.
And just make sure the Magnezone can take this game.
It's going to really heavily damage that Lele. Manages to hang on. Should hang on here with 1 HP after sandstorm damage, I think.
Yeah, maybe Zoe would have been rewarded by going for something a little safer, like Protect on the Magnezone. I'm not sure she needs Lele to take that damage though.
Yeah, that's right. Hangs on with a few HP points here.
Yeah. So like a Driftling coming in here is helpful because if you can get the Lele in later once Sandstorm is gone and the Tailwind is up, it does provide a lot of damage.
To bring in Magnezone here, which is also not a bad play. Threatening the Gigalith switch in.
I mean, neither of these Pokemon threaten Magnezone.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, definitely a nice play there by Zoe here.
Yeah.
I think we'd almost have to see Lele switch out here. It's stood in too hard by that Koko, so
it is turn 2 of Sandstorm. I'm not sure she can get it back in.
Yeah, that's true.
I would imagine Desu probably switches out his Tapu Koko here,
so
just trying to keep the terrain up.
Definitely wants to preserve that terrain. A Volt switch into Lele would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and Magnezone's damage is mostly coming from its Flash Cannon at this point.
That as well. So in Sandstorm, Gigalith may be able to hang on here, depending on how both of the Magnezone and the Gigalith are trained. So
yeah.
A lot of information that'll come out of Game 1 that'll help the players move through Game 2, see what they want, damage rolls, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. The damage calc on the Arcanine is also really nice because even with the terrain, it wasn't able to do enough damage.
We also saw that Arcanine did have a little bit of chip damage as well. So he kills the Garchomp switch here potentially, going for Dazzling Gleam, covering that switch in very nicely.
And we will see if Flash Cannon is enough. Oh, is that into the Tapu Koko slot?
Okay, yeah, interesting play. I think that's pretty, a nice solid play there.
Yeah, I think that's really good.
Gigalith's not really threatening Magnezone here.
Yeah, and knowing that you have Garchomp in the back to clean up the Gigalith later in the game, Tapu Koko really is more threatening because of the Dazzling Gleam onto Garchomp does look to be a 2-hit KO.
Yeah, that's right,
So Garchomp, relatively safe to just go for a Protect here. It did also reveal the Substitute yesterday, so on a really aggressive read, perhaps she could go that, but I don't think it's necessary at this point.
I think it's a little too risky, in Game 1 to be making plays like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with Magnezone so strong right now.
Yeah, that's right,
I don't think Gigalith can do very much here. I don't think either of the Pokemon can do very much here, to be quite honest. Magnezone just has so much pressure.
So potential Protect here.
The double Protect.
Potential Magnet Rays may come out here. Trying to read into that. Oh, Garchomp substitute! Amazing call. The crowd's going wild. They cannot believe it. Calling that Protect. Jess was really under a lot of pressure here. Did we see what that Magnezone went for there? I missed that. Too much hype going on. Was it a Magnet Rise or the Flash Cannon? I don't know anymore. It doesn't matter.
Some great reactions from the crowd here as well.
Yeah, the crowd's really enjoying it. They're just that dumbfounded in the front right here.
Alright,
switching out here.
Gigalith into the Gyarados here.
A nice switch there. Going to take a little bit less damage from the Flash Cannon.
Yeah, I think so, but I would expect Zoe to be targeting down this Tapu Koko here instead.
Yeah, okay, so Garchomp's going to go for Protect here, probably expecting a Dazzling Gleam to come out. Doesn't want to break that sub first.
Yeah,
Hold switch on
absolutely.
for Magnezone here, you know, maybe saving grace.
It does just go the Dazzling Gleam. I guess once Garchomp gets that substitute up,
I think we should probably see this Tapu Koko drop here if Zoe really wants to take it.
I would expect so as well, yeah.
See what it targets down.
Onto the Gyarados.
Unfortunate there.
Yeah.
Definitely had the chance to wrap up the game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a interesting turn from... Because the substitute turn from Zoe is incredibly risky, and I'm not sure she needs to make that play, but now that she has it up...
Yeah, now she has it up, yeah, you can't argue with that. This creates an interesting turn here, you know, whether that Tapu Koko, you know, going for the Dazzling Gleam here, the waterfall, Garchomp can't protect.
Yeah, maybe that does put Magnus in range for a waterfall. I think Zoe really needed to hit that Tapu Koko in the last turn.
Was the biggest threat here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see how she plays today, if she can manage to make it back.
Yeah, I think Garchomp most likely is trying to finish off that Tapu Koko here. I don't think there's any value in going for anything else.
Yeah, potential poison. Have you seen what move she runs on that Garchomp?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I believe we've just seen Earthquake and Substitute.
Earthquake and Sub, yeah, all good. Okay, Magnezone Protect here, probably going for the potential Earthquake. Let's see what this Tapu Koko, not going for Protect.
And
He's going for the Dazzling Gleam here.
It's a good play from Zoe.
Yeah, pretty safe, you know, no need to risk any more damage on Magnezone than necessary.
If she does run the Rock Slide as well at Shomaran, it gets a nice little bit of chip damage onto
so
the
hopefully
Gyarados.
she does not miss. Going for the play here, should take out the Tapu Koko, do some nice damage to Gyarados here as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Setting up the final weak condition. I think if you just maybe potential Dragon. That's what we needed to see there from Jessu's side of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to make the read into the Dragon Dance though.
Yeah. Okay, so Zoe looks like she's in a very commanding position here, threatening a Rock Slide Flash Cannon to end the game here. Potential miss on the Rock Slide can come out. You know, she can go also protect Magnezone Earthquake and finish that Garchomp up with a single target Rock Slide Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
So.
With the Magnezone protecting last turn though, that's probably a bit of a sketchy call.
Oh yeah, a bit risky, yeah, double protect, yeah, double protect, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Anyway, the game is so heavily in Zoe's favour at this point anyway, just because of the pressure of the Magnezone. I don't think Waterfall has a chance to knock it out, and I suppose Garchomp missing a Rock Slide and Gyarados getting a Waterfall flinch on the Magnezone is the out here for Desu.
I think, yeah, Desu, yeah, probably going to identify that as well.
Yeah, if he could get through that, then a Rock Slide from the Gigalith is probably quite helpful here.
Yeah, definitely enough to take out that Garchomp as well.
Yeah, but even then, the next turn it would force Gyarados to take out the Tapu Lele instead of the Magnezone and give it a free turn to attack.
Yeah, so Zoe in a very nice position. Going for protect here with Garchomp, you know, won't scout out any other potential protects from Desu's side of the field.
Yeah.
You look feeling wide guard here, like, yeah. So that's really nice information there.
I think it is likely that Zoe knew about the wide guard.
Okay, do we see a flinch here? It gets the flash cannon, chip into the Gigalith here. Special defense boost. I don't think it's going to be, it's definitely going to take that out. We're going to see Zoe, take that one here. The crowd's the atmosphere here after that game. It's
massive round of applause.
Massive round of applause here, you know. Everyone's absolutely glued to the screen at the moment, you know.
Yeah, making some really aggressive calls in this game. That substitute on Garchomp.
Right in front of the Koko, you know. Really punishing Desu for the protect.
Absolutely, and even being able to come back from attacking
putting a lot of pressure on Desu here to reverse sweep, you know.
Absolutely.
I think, definitely bringing Garchomp instead of the Driftling here. It definitely improved the matchup, you know, dealing with the Gyarados.
I think the Arcanine especially, because it's the Assault Vest set, it can take more attacks from the Tapu Lele. Having Garchomp in the back really seals up that matchup.
Yeah, really, I think, you know, worked it into a 1v1, Garchomp's going to win that every day.
Definitely.
Okay, so we'll see how Jesu wants to adjust to this, you know, he only has 5 months, so makes it a bit difficult for him to pull off, so...
Yeah, and as we said, like, quite importantly, his Gyarados is not carrying, like, an Earthquake or a Tectonic Rage. He does have the Bounce and the Flainium Z, so...
Makes it, a bit more difficult to deal with that Magnezone here. From Zoe's side of the field, what can you expect to see Elite as?
She could go for the Porygon Sumo, but I don't think that's very effective because of the Magnezone, so I assume Desu will bring the same ones, and I don't know, I think Zoe has quite a few options. Her lead last game was quite good, and her lead in the game against Curiosity when she leads Magnezone plus the Drifloon, it's also quite effective,
It's also, you know, if she does lead that, it's obviously indicating to Desu that, if she has brought Drifloon, she obviously has to Rim Lele to get that special defense boost, which allows him to, you know, get a bit of a double target and punish a potential Lele switch. So it'd be interesting to see how she plays around this.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also the option that the Drifloon does have the Will-O-Wisp, which can...
Yeah, that's right. We haven't seen that.
Can burn the Gigalith and the Gyarados.
Yeah, we haven't seen that fourth move yet, so interesting to see what comes out of it.
I think given that Desu did not bring his Porygon 2 Game 1, it could be a good call just to revert back to the leads that she used against Ben Kiriako in top 4.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's quite hard to punish that if you don't have reasonable speed control.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so we see both, Desu's locked in, thinks he knows what he wants to bring.
It's a pretty good spot for Zoe when she knows she can bring the Garchomp or the Drifloon, and they're both pretty great picks in the matchup.
Yeah, she definitely has a nice matchup advantage over Desu here, so definitely leading into that as well.
Yeah. Desu's ability to Volt Switch around with his double Intimidate really just isn't especially effective in this matchup.
Yeah, it's only special effective. Okay, we're going to see game 2 get underway here. We have Zoe and Desu on stream, round 2 of the Masters finals here, the 2017 Oceania International Championship.
Zoe is up game 1, so Desu will need to reverse sweep.
Yeah, Desu definitely need to reverse sweep if he wants to claim this win.
Alright, so we'll see the leads come out here. From Desu's side, we see
Coco lead, pretty safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
As expected.
And we do see Magnus and Gyarados.
The Gyarados is an interesting adjustment there. Interesting call here,
It does have the Intimidate, which sort of helps Magnezone against the Arcanine, and it's like another option to threaten it. But
yeah, but I mean, we do that Arcanine. It does carry the Wild Charge. I do remember.
Against the Gyarados, absolutely.
Yeah, so bringing a Gyarados to top of Coco Wild Charge Arcanine.
Yeah, Desu's definitely got the lead advantage here, threatening two big boosts of damage, if not the Flare Blitz. Like, the Flare Blitz wouldn't KO the Magnezone because of its 30 ability, and even I'm not sure it could do the damage, but a lot of damage being threatened straight away, absolutely.
That also creates the mind game for what Pokemon she has at their back. If she has a Gyarados, does Desu want to go for that Dazzling Gleam and, Dazzling Gleam Wild Charge Gyarados, try and snipe the Gyarados, the Garchomp switch in, hit it for some nice damage so it can KO in the next turn. She may also potentially have, the Tapu Lele Drifloon out back as well for late game sweeping. So
I think that would be an interesting choice for the back of the team. Like, I think you would probably want to lead.
I think it's better off leading. So indicating that Garchomp.
I think leading Gyarados is a bit of an oversight from Zoe because Desu is so inclined to bring his Tapu Koko.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to see that switch out. Turn on to the Garchomp. See if Desu, goes for Dazzling Gleam on the snipe here.
He does Thunderbolt.
Third Blitz is going to probably come off into that Magnezone slot. Bar of Burn. Should be able to hang around for another turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you're not even going to bring it down.
No, it does
get the burn. Yeah, luckily. We may see an Electrovolt Havoc here come off the Arcanine. Crowd's going well. Once again. We didn't say it was enough to KO last time, so we'll see. Maybe she got a min roll. Potentially, we'll see what it does here.
Yeah. I think given the Flare Blitz damage, most likely it will take it out, but I think this is still favourable for Desu because his Arcanine's only job is really to deal with this Magnezone.
Exactly right.
At its current HP.
Goes to the Tapu Koko slot here, so it may even be it just drops the Tapu Koko! And an amazing play here. That Gyarados is sweet. Gyarados is free to come in here. What more can you say, I think that's a pretty good match awareness there. She has the Garchomp for the Arcanine. Dealing with the Coco is definitely her priority here.
Yeah, taking a different approach to this game, not nearly relying on Magnezone quite as much.
So for this turn here, we cannot, the Garchomp, so I can't reveal, its Tank D, so...
Yeah,
it's interesting. That Gyarados is probably pretty free to set up a Dragon Dance here. So.
Yeah, and Zoe's Gyarados switching in is risky because of the Wild Charge threatened by the Arcanine.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that switching in on the Magnezone here, getting that Earthquake off onto the Arcanine, dropping that Gyarados' attack. It will get the +1 speed, but keeping it neutral is a pretty big thing, I think. Here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Gyarados in this matchup is quite harmful for Zoe to have brought. I think either the Garchomp or the Gigalith, the Drifloon or the Tapu Lele, yeah.
Okay, so we do see
I think having both of them.
Gyarados switching on the Garchomp slot here, going to get that Intimidate off against both these attackers.
Yeah, we will see if Desu has made the read into this, but given how he's been playing, I'm not sure.
Arcanine with Jaws, if she fires up with Thunderbolt, I think that just about locks it up.
But this Porygon 2 does carry Thunderbolt.
So it's definitely going to be able to deal with that Zoe's Gyarados here. We'll see Gyarados going for the Protect here. Nice play there. Doesn't want to risk taking the Thunderbolt to the face from this Magnezone and terrain.
Yeah, Desu continuing with this rather safe style of play.
That burn damage, slowly chipping away at the Magnezone here, so...
Yeah, quite helpful actually, because it does mean that later in the game the Porygon 2 could take out the Magnezone if it needs to, a bit more easily, but I think just generally letting it take the Flare Blitz is a big oversight.
Yeah. Okay, so this turn here, I think there's a reason not to Waterfall Thunderbolt here. from Desu's side, you know, waterfall the Magnus Zone, Thunderbolt the Gyarados.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's incredibly hard to punish. Even bringing in Garchomp isn't especially
You don't want to
safe.
bring a Garchomp against a Porygon to full health, you know, threatens with the Ice Beam, the Trick Room mode, so, you know, Desu in a fairly nice position here.
Yeah, again, a waterfall flinch from Zoe could put her in a little bit of a better position, but even so, it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, just the electric vibe going around this the venue here, you know.
Yeah, everyone's got their eyes
glued on the screen. Yeah, the atmosphere is amazing. So a really tense final here.
So the Garchomp does come in here.
I see a double switch here by Zoe, trying to shuffle her positioning.
The top of Lele slot.
Interesting switch here, you know, if that Gyarados, you know, does decide to go for a Dragon Dance, it's going to start threatening a lot of Zoe's Pokemon. Okay, going to go for the waterfall.
Yeah.
Into the top of Lele. Yeah, -1. Not
taking that quite well.
Okay, they're kind of switching in once again here. Garchomp, you know, pretty free to set up a sub at the moment, or, you know, switch out.
Yeah, Zoe really capitalizing on how safe that play was for Desu, because I think making any other play than that seems pretty exploitable, and even this isn't a fantastic position for Zoe, but she is doing the best she can.
I think we need to, like, acknowledge that Porygon 2, you know, since their only special attack is left, like, and they're also chipped, like, it may be able to just stall out this game on its own once the Tapu Lele is dealt with, so...
Yeah, but a Psychic plus a Tectonic Rage from Garchomp will KO the Porygon too.
We can't just... No, we've seen a... we've come out this turn, but...
Oh, yeah, of course.
We can't let Gyarados set up a Dragon Dance, so Psychic in that, you know, is allowing that P2 to hang around a bit longer and, you know, start chipping away and getting some KOs. You see Garchomp switch out here. Into the Gyarados, I'm not going to let that Gyarados...
Yeah, Zoe really just dodging around these super effective attacks flying out of Porygon 2.
Yeah, that's right. I think, judging by that switch, the Psychic may go into the Gyarados here.
Yeah, I would expect so.
Yeah, Gyarados switching out here. Into the
Arcanine slot, alright.
Fair play. It's going to take a lot of damage from this Spec Psychic if it touches down.
Yeah, if it does come into it. Intimidate helping against Gyarados as well, making sure
so the Psychic's going to come out. It's going to fire off into P2. We have seen it's been a 2-hit KO here, so...
Yeah, and it is.
Yeah, that's a... really nice position for Zoe at the moment, depending on what this Gyarados is carrying here.
This puts a little bit more momentum back into Zoe's side because Psychic does threaten the KO on Porygon 2 here. Arcanine does threaten Gyarados with Wild Charge, but maybe it chooses to attack with Tapu Lele.
I think Tapu Lele is definitely something he needs to worry about, you know.
Yeah, and if Zoe's just continuing to switch between Gyarados and Garchomp like she has been...
I think Zoe's in a really nice position here. That Psychic threatening the KO into P2, the Garchomp out back to deal with that Arcanine. You know,
Gyarados does outspeed the Arcanine. Go for the waterfall.
A nice waterfall here.
Yeah, nice damage. And Wild Charge will probably KO the Arcanine in my opinion.
We'll see how much recoil it takes here. If it does, I think that all but seals up game 2 here.
It is a third recoil damage. Maybe it hangs on though.
Okay, it's going to hang on here. We'll see this Psychic come out. Really needs to target down the P2 here to capitalise here.
And it does. Nice.
That's watching the crowd. Yeah.
So we do see from this Tapu Lele, it's most likely a very bulky set like Shoma originally ran on this team, so it's probably going to be outsped by both the Arcanine and the Gyarados.
Yeah, so I think if the Garchomp switches in, it's going to be able to pressure that Arcanine with the Rock Slide, you know, and the Gyarados. So Rock Slide Psychic combination should be able to seal up the game here, barring a miss or, you know, maybe a misplay from the side of the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Garchomp does come in here.
Rock Slide's seldom seen on Garchomp these days as well. Usually favoured for Poison Jab or Fire Fang instead, either trying to hit the Tapus or trying to hit the Kartana.
Yeah, in this matchup, they're definitely proving its worth.
Yeah, absolutely. This does really seal up the game for Zoe.
Yeah, no Protect on Arcanine, also, you know, leaving it wide open here, carrying that Assault Vest.
Yeah, and unable to even go for an extreme speed due to the Psychic terrain.
Right, Zoe's in a really commanding position, but maybe a potential waterfall flinch, or if this Gyarados manages to hang.
A Rock Slide miss as well.
Oh, Arcanine does manage to avoid. That's pretty big right there. This Flare Blitz manages to fire off into the Lele, and this Gyarados gets a Dragon Dance. Completely negate that. The Bulldoze coming out, you know, it's going to do some chip damage here. This Tapu Lele,
everyone's having a good time.
Everyone's having a good time here. The atmosphere here is amazing, guys. Yeah, Psychic's going to drop that Gyarados and
managing to
Zoe's definitely going to clean it up here. You know.
Look, the Arcanine dodging the Rock Slide, but then flinching the Gyarados.
Yeah, you know.
What a turn of events.
What a turn of events, yeah. Very strange turn there. Counters out both, you know, miss and flinch, so.
Yeah, so I think
not much,
Zoe's really got this in the bag.
Switch out here. Yeah. Get in the Magnus Zone, why not?
Yeah, why not? The star of the team for many of these rounds.
Yeah.
Well, Flare Blitz just going into the Tapu Lele. Maybe letting Desu end the game on his own terms.
There you have it, guys.